Hey guys, it's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another Movies That Got Praised or Misunderstood Films month. And this is a movie that was praised back in 2013. It's still considered one of the best in the franchise. I just watched it. I saw the theatrical cut, and that is a movie I was going to review last month, Fast and the Furious 8. Not 8, 6, my bad. Fuck 8, I don't want to see that movie. Anyway, this movie was a good one. I actually enjoyed this more than Part 5. I think it was faster pace. It definitely had more action in that movie. It didn't, it definitely went at a, it was a much more high octane action film. It had more humor, and I cared about it more. Now, I did have some problems with it, but I'll get to that. First, the good. The cast is most of it, the cast is really good. You got Vin Diesel coming back as Don Toretto. Dom, he's great. He's always great in all the films. I miss Paul Walker. Seeing him in this movie, it should have ended it, because it ended on a high note. I don't think a seventh movie was needed. It was the movie we got was good, but still, it could have been better if he had not died. Because there's dialogue in this movie that's very scary now, because there's a scene with him and John Ortiz, which I didn't care for in the first place. It's to connect it with the fourth one. It says, "You're a dead man walking." And I'm like, yeah, that kind of hits home. And also, there's a scene him and Dom are talking, and he's like, "You don't realize what you have until somebody takes it away from you." Yeah, his life, which was really, I don't know why it ended so abruptly. But anyway, Tyrese Gibson is good. Ludacris is fine. The Rock is awesome. He has a great fight scene with him and Vin Diesel kick the crap out of Luke Evans and this big guy on steroids. Luke Evans was a decent villain as Shaw. I thought he was intimidating. He wasn't over the top. He played it fine. His henchmen, I didn't give a shit about any of them, but I'll get to that. The girls, they're hit and miss for me. Gina Carano, decent fighter. The twist that they do that she's working with Shaw the whole time, that was a stupid twist. I didn't care about that. Jordana Brewster was wasted. Michelle Rodriguez, I never cared about her in this franchise. And Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot, they try to give her stuff to do, and she's beautiful. I love her as Wonder Woman. She's awesome in that. Here, her death scene was completely stupid. Like, she's on this car and hanging onto Sun Kane's hand. She lets go, uses the gun, and flies into oblivion. They don't even show her death. That's how much they cared about her character at the end. She just disappears. It's stupid. It was a stupid ending for her character, considering that I was liking her character, and then she just disappears. She doesn't get shot in the head. She doesn't explode. She just vanishes. Really? No, that's not how you treat Wonder Woman. That's just stupid. Also, the action was great in this movie. The highway chase scene with the tank was awesome. A lot of jumping that I thought was awesome. There's a scene where Sun Kane throws a guy into the freaking plane exhaust, which was great. It reminded me of Die Hard 2. It's fast paced. Like, there's a lot of action in the movie. It's not just one or two action sequences. Great explosions. Justin Lin knows how to direct a freaking movie. I can see the action. It's well edited. And it had some humor that was good. These guys rip on each other, but it's all in good fun. These guys have good chemistry with each other. And that's what works in the film. That's all the stuff that I really enjoyed in the film. It definitely looks good and everything. Now, the negatives. Like I said, I don't like some of the locations. Like, in Spain in the beginning, I didn't care about that. It was just to see Brian's son being born. I didn't care for the scenes yet. In London, I know what happened in London. Yeah, I'm not going to bash on them because, the UK's cursed now because of the attacks that have been happening. But that location, it wasn't needed. I think it could have went anywhere else. And the henchman did nothing for me. The Asian guy and the freaking bulk, juice motherfucker, and the British chick with the blonde hair. Not going to say much. Just no, they're very forgettable. Yeah, Evans was the only one that's even worth a damn. And when Gina Carano turns on Hobbs, it was just stupid. That was not needed. She's basically there to beat up Michelle Rodriguez, which, let's face it, in a real fight, Michelle Rodriguez would have gotten her ass kicked. Just saying. And also, I don't want to read subtitles. I told you, I'm a lazy bastard. I don't want to read subtitles in a movie unless it's a foreign film. If I have to read subtitles, it just feels like unnecessary, and it just makes the movie slow. Also, there's scenes I would have cut out. You didn't need the scene with John Ortiz. I don't care about him as an actor. I know he's in the fourth one. They have to connect all these movies except for 8, which tries to be standalone because they don't even mention Brian. They mention him once, and they should have just said he died because he really died. So the 8th movie is pointless. Fuck that movie. This one's better. You know why? Because Paul Walker actually finished this movie. It got a 7.1 on IMDb, a 69%. I think it deserves a little bit higher, like 75 or 80. It's a good movie. It is. It's very entertaining, very fast-paced, good action, decent cast for the most part. But, you know, it didn't feel that long. It's just you could have cut 15 minutes of the movie's running time. The padding, you didn't need the scene with Arnold Ortiz. You didn't need the freaking car dealership and guy, that British guy in London where he's like being some pretentious asshole saying, oh, you can't afford these cars.